Here is the first ball. Right, power play 1 is underway. Just 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. No shot offered. Batsman gently taps the ball. Off the mark with a single. Brilliant over for the bowler so far. Batsman gets the contact. Let's hit the handle of the bat. The batsman looks a bit rattled. Batsman gets the bat on ball. End of a superb over. Did not let the batsman get away. Left arm fast bowler from over the wicket. He's beautifully danced it off his legs. 1 run available there. Batsman pushes it gently, perfectly behind the ball. 2 runs added to the score. No runs added to the tally. Good job by the bowlers so far. Just gets back on ball. Timing could be better. That's a single. That was pushed tamely by the batsman. And that's a gentle push. Productive over for both sides. Right arm fast bowler from over the wicket. The bowler can hit the deck hard and extract bounce. Hits the handle of the bat. The result is a single. Need to capitalise the power play as wickets are in hand. Batsman needs to spend more time in the middle. The batsman needs to keep his cool and find the gaps. Batsman needs to spend more time practicing. Pressure is mounting on the batsman. Another excellent over from the bowler. Timing could have been better. Off the edge, yet it's flown for the boundary. He's hit that one into the stratosphere. One more boundary for the batsman. Fielding has been updated. That was just a push from the batsman. Might just be letting off some pressure on the batsman in this over. Need to gear up in the power play as wickets are in hand. Well, that's an edge. A streaky 4, that's raced to the boundary. Batsman finds the contact. Batsman gets some much-needed momentum in that over. Right arm-fast bowler from over the wicket. Batsman is able to connect. 1 run added to the score. Could never get any wood on it. Batsman managed only 1. Runs in the over so far. Solid push right out of the middle. There is a single to offer. Gentle touch from the batsman. Great bowling. Batsman just can't find a way to get some momentum. Right arm fast bowler from over the wicket. Unique push by the batsman. A fielder is present there. Time to make the most of the power play with wickets in hand. It's played gently by the batsman. Batsman still getting a measure of the wicket. Excellent over so far. Batsman continues to be put under pressure. The batsman needs to get his eye in and start scoring. That's in the air. Simple catch for the fielder at fine third man. Batsman's streak with the bat comes to an end after a score of 6. Just a soft touch right out of the middle of the bat. Gets off the mark with a boundary. Excellent over from the bowler. More pressure. Power play 2 signalled. More protection in the deep now. Gentle knock by the batsman. Finds the fielder on this occasion. That's a gentle push from the batsman. Stunning in-swinger. The bowler has really got the ball talking. Batsman gets a single. Batsman gently taps the ball. pushes it gently, perfectly behind the ball. Added 2 to the tally. Couldn't score off this ball. Pressure is mounting on the batsman. Another excellent over from the bowler. Right arm fast bowler from over the wicket. Batsman gets the connection. 1 run added to the scoreboard. That was pushed tamely by the batsman. The bowler bowls a deadly outswinger. Batsman gets the contact. Pushed at it, but it seems to have grazed the edge. Edge, and it's flown away. 4 runs. Attempts to guide it softly, but it's a bottom edge. That's a low full toss. Batsman pockets a single. That's a gentle push. Batsman gets 3 for that. Quite a few runs in that over. Much needed for the batsman. Left arm fast bowler from over the wicket. That was just a push from the batsman. Can't get it past the fielder. Batsman relieved. Wicket missed by inches. Batsman needs to push the run rate up, but not at the cost of wickets. It's a solid push right out of the middle. Tight over from the bowler so far, maintaining the pressure. Gentle touch from the batsman. That's 30 runs with this bat. It has been a good knock. Neat push by the batsman. It's played gently by the batsman. Great bowling. Batsman just can't find a way to get some momentum. Left arm medium fast from over the wicket. The bowler can hit the deck hard and extract bounce. Just a soft touch right out of the middle of the bat. Fielder stops this. Gentle knock by the batsman. It's time for the batsman to boost the scoring while preserving wickets. That's a gentle push from the batsman. Batsman still getting accustomed to the conditions. Batsman gets the bat on ball. Batsman collects a single. Just gets back on ball. Timing could be better. Fails to run it past the fielder. Batsman gently taps The batsman should look to increase the tempo without risking wickets. Excellent over from the bowler. More pressure on the batsman. Batsman pushes it gently, perfectly behind the ball. Ball finds the fielder. The batsman needs to quicken the scoring pace, keeping wickets safe. That was pushed tamely by the batsman. That will be a boundary. 4 runs coming off it already. This is going to be a big one. Plays it behind the square. Fielder does well, and no runs added to the total. The batsman has deftly guided the ball behind square. That will be 4. Changes to the fielding now, trying to contain the run flow. Timing could have been better. That's a ferocious in-swinger. Fielding team just let off some pressure in that over. Batsman whips it powerfully. Just out of the reach for the bowler. That goes all the way for 4. Shot has really connected that one. 1 run added to the tally. And that's a gentle push. Two runs added to the score keeps the scoreboard ticking. Batsman finds the contact. 1 run available there. Batsman is able to connect. Fails to run it past the bowler. He's lofted that one high into the air. Batsman gets some much-needed momentum in that over. Right arm fast bowler from over the wicket. Gets an inside edge on the drive. That's magnificent. The ball just curved in beautifully. The batsman has neatly cut it, steering the ball to the offside. That's a boundary. Up in the air. That's 30-run milestone for the batsman. Time to raise the bat. Changes are done to the fielding. Big heave. The ball is soaring in the air. Caught by the fielder. That's a classical outswinger. Batsman loses the bat after a score of 34. Back-to-back wickets for the bowler on a hat-trick now. Out after playing just a single ball. Batsman gets the connection. Great way to get off the mark. A boundary. Pressure is mounting on the batsman, and Another excellent over from the bowler. Ball kisses the edge of the bat. Gets double for that. Batsman gets the contact. Straight to the fielder. Batsman should increase the run rate without losing more wickets. That's high up in the air. Batsman finds the boundary. Batsman gets the bat on ball. The result is a single. Air. Quite a few runs in that over. Much needed for the batsman. Right arm. Here's power play 3. Brace for action. Batsman slashed that ball. Stopped by the fielder. Plays the cut shot. That's a brilliant outswinger. 1 run added to the score. Great over so far, not giving away any easy runs for the batsman. Just gets bat on ball. Timing could be better. There is a single to offer. Batsman just doesn't get the connection. Batsman has expertly played a cut shot. Batsman will get a boundary. Great bowling. Batsman just can't find a way to get some momentum. Batsman gets a couple. This has gone up. Batsman gets a single. It's a solid push right out of the middle. Batsman managed only 3 runs in the over so far. Timing could have been better. 1 run added to the scoreboard. That's hit the top half of the bat. Couldn't judge the length. Left arm medium fast from around the wicket. Batsman finds the contact. Straight to the bowler. Gentle touch from the batsman. That brings up the half century. Well done. It's a magnificent strike. Batsman living dangerously. That's almost carried to the bowler. Gets it away for 4. Fails to connect. It's hit with tremendous power. It's gone for 4. There's a field change. Fielders being moved around. That's a biggie. The ball's disappeared into the clouds. It spoons up for an easy catch. This bat's contribution is 19. Excellent over from the bowler. More pressure on the batsman. Unique push by the batsman. Almost a catch for the bowler. Batsman pockets a single. It's played gently by the batsman. Safe, but that was close to the bowler. A delicate touch from the batsman. Placed the ball behind square. Right out of the middle of the bat. Batsman is able to connect. Hayes edged that one, but it's gone for 4. Fortune favours the brave. He's lofted it, the ball is sky high. Batsman will get 2 for that. Fielding team just let off some pressure in that over. Left arm medium fast from around the wicket. Bowler gets a bit more protection with this defensive field. That's gone in the air. Good catch by the fielder. Batsman's score with this bat is 2. Batsman has a new bat now. The batsman has swung, but there's an inside edge. Finds the boundary and batsman is off the mark. Excellent over so far. Batsman continues to be put under pressure. And he's absolutely smashed that one. That's a 4. Batsman gets the connection. Batsman collects a single. Pressure is mounting on the batsman. Another excellent over from the bowler. We are into the final over. Just a soft touch right out of the middle of the bat. That was close to the bowler. 1 run added to the tally. Batsman gets the contact. It's gone up. Stunning catch by the fielder. Batsman's streak with the bat comes to an end after a score of 10. Tries to steer it gently, but gets a bottom edge. Collects a single and gets off the mark. Finds the fielder at extra cover. Batsman loses the bat after a score of 59. Ball is high up in the air. It's anyone's call. Straight to the fielder. Brilliant performance from the batsman. Has shown great skill and temperament.